I recently finished the Hulu original anime Tengoku Daimakyo, or Heavenly Delusion. I don't even know if I said it right. I haven't looked up any videos about it, so I don't know the community's general opinion of the show or how people are feeling about it, so I'm making this to kind of spark that conversation slash answer for me. Took me a while to stay with it because I got ads on my Hulu account. Poor. But I gotta say, that was an interesting show to say the least. The animation is fantastic, the intro song hitting, but half the time I really didn't know what was going on. The show jumped all over the place. And let me say this right now, if at any point in this video where you as the viewer feel you have the knowledge that I'm lacking or you can help me out with my problems, maybe even one of those manga readers that say, actually, volume 45, chapter 2, page 19 lies your answer. It states model is a half demon, half Pokemon. I'm sorry, I used to read manga too. These are jokes. These are jokes. We have fun over here. But please feel free. You're more than welcome to leave a comment and let me know. We can get to the bottom of it together. The scenes flipped. It was foreshadowing. They kept going back and forth from the two main characters and whatever they had going on that day to this school with a bunch of weird ass kids and experiments going on. One of them climbed the wall like Spider-Man. One ears is like attached to her hair. I was just waiting on Professor Charles Xavier to pop out at any point now. Bro, even after watching the season, I still don't know what was going on there. It's like they were secluded from the outside world and built and tested in this facility with no knowledge of the real world. They just in a dome. They even got Mob Psycho in there. He just got different hair color. It kind of reminded me of the Promised Neverland, where it's like a bunch of kids in a place and it seemed cool, but something sinister going on here. They got robots conducting lab tests and scientists working for this old hag. Too much. Too many settings to be invested in. Going into it, I felt the concept was pretty cool. Monsters crawling around Japan in a dystopian 2024 setting? Sign me up! But that was also a letdown for me because it wasn't a lot of said monsters, even though they were cool. Out of the 12 or 13 episodes in the season, it was about 3 or 4 main monster battles, and those battles weren't bursting with action either. They all ended with this girl shooting a beam from her battery-powered gun with a weird symbol on it that they may or may not have spent 63% of the season chasing after the origin of. They gave you a taste of what the characters were capable of in the very first or second episode, showcasing Kiriko and Maru put the smackdown on a bunch of gang members who were up to no good. Said monsters were labeled as man-eaters because they did just that. I feel like they were building up a bunch of stuff for future seasons in a sense where they were just throwing scenario after scenario, plot after plot at you without diving too deep into it. The main character Maru is a boy who is being escorted to heaven. Could be Tokyo, could be Miami, Florida. He has the ability to kill man-eaters by touch, the Maru touch. Basically traveling inside of them and crushing their heart. He the most badass character on the show. You know when somebody got that light colored hair, they mean business. Except for Bob Psycho. The other main character is the escort to Maru. Her name is Kiriko, kind of a combo of names, but Maru just always calls her sis, which was confusing in the beginning because they aren't related at all. In fact, Maru falls in love with Kiriko along the way, but it gets way too complicated when Kiriko reveals that he's a boy in a girl's body. But two things are true here. Yes, it might be a boy's brain in a girl's body, but basically the story is Kiriko and Haruki. Kiriki and Haruki are brother and sister. Haruki being the boy, Kiriko being the girl. One day while Kiriko is... God damn. These names something else, man. They tearing me up. We're just gonna have to use the first letter to their name from now on. What was I saying? Okay, one day while Kay was having a race through town, because that's what she do. She's a famous racer. A man-eater shows up and H thinks he can take it on all by himself. Epic fail. Bad idea. They had this guy Robin they met at the orphanage. Oh yeah, they orphans. Who was like really close to them and the leader of their little ragtag man-eater killer unit in the town, I guess. Robin told him he wasn't ready and not to go off alone, but long story short, H got wrecked. Ripped. In half. There's a doctor who performs weird, unorthodox procedures in the show somewhere, so they thinking, hell, I'm thinking, the doctor put the brother's mind inside the sister's body. But what does that leave her mind? Shouldn't they be like fighting over who gets to use this arm and who gets that leg? So that's that. My head hurts just thinking about it. Kay also searches for Robin along the way of escorting Maru to his destination. Yeah, Robin ran off. When they finally find Robin after several years from the incident, as ecstatic as Kay is to see him, it turns into a nightmare for her because Robin ain't the Robin you used to know. He basically made her take a shower, then took advantage of her body on the spot. Against her will and better knowledge. Tied up and everything, like damn. I'm not laughing at the situation, I'm just laughing like what the f***. Did not expect that to happen. Just when you think we heading in one direction in this video, I'm gonna do like the show and take a 180 degree turn. Because whatever they got going on inside that made up school / mutant home is crazy. After episode 1, I spent the rest of the season trying to figure out how everything connects, and damn it, I must say, I don't know. Even though it was entertaining, the story was doing cartwheels around me. And no, it's not that bad as I'm making it, but it sure did seem that way. In the season finale, the kids were about to take a quote-unquote test, and all hell broke loose. Something hit the dome and exposed them to the outside. It seemed like the whole place was falling down. A couple of the older students took charge and said they were going to check things out. They winded up hiking through the woods. Scene flipped back to Kiriko and Maru journey, and by the end of the episode, when it went back to the students, they were riding in the boat towards a well-lit city. Like everything cool, just left everybody else behind to die. And I'm like, what the hell are they? Where the hell they get a boat from? Bro, 2 students took a liking to each other, they end up having a baby. Yes, you heard that right. The scientists are dumbfounded because since birth or creation of them, they said they never taught the students the concept of gender or planted the seed for something like that to even happen, but here we are. Little Miss Tokyo done had twins. Well, she didn't have twins, she had one, but the scientist dude cloned it, so now there's 2. He also got them mixed up, so we don't know who's who. But something special about him though had the old hag going crazy trying to get her hands on him. Me and her both, cause what this got to do with the story? Speculation of Tokyo being Maru's mom? Question mark, question mark? Alternate timelines? Because if the whole thing about it is post-apocalyptic, why are they riding into Times Square, New York City at the end? And you probably like, where am I going with this? I'm not bashing it, I'm just saying, I like the show. If they / when they come out with the 2nd season, I'm gonna watch that too. I would have loved more action, but that's just me. The first encounter with the flying man-eater they had was cool. I was hyped for what was to come. I could sit here and try to break down every episode, but that's not what we do here. I just finished the season and thought, hey, this is one of the best animated released this year. Let's make some content on it while it's still fresh on my brain. So basically, it's 2 different storylines going on. I'm trying to keep up. It's looking like things are heading in the right direction. If anyone feels like me or has another opinion about it, please let me know in the comments. I want to know what you guys think about the series so far.